Exodus 14 is one of the most breathtaking chapters in the Bible, a story of faith and fear and God's mighty deliverance. After Pharaoh let the Israelites go, the Lord did not lead them through the land of the Philistines, though that way was shorter. Instead, he led them toward the Red Sea, so that his glory would be revealed one last time over Pharaoh and his army. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell the Israelites to turn back and camp near Pi-hahiroth between Migdol and the sea. Pharaoh will think, they are wandering in confusion, trapped by the desert. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and he will pursue them. But I will gain glory through Pharaoh and all his army, and the Egyptians will know that I am the Lord." When word reached Pharaoh that the Israelites had fled, his heart and that of his officials turned again. They said, "What have we done? We have let Israel go and lost their service." So Pharaoh prepared his chariot, gathered 600 of his best chariots, and pursued the Israelites with his entire army. The Israelites looked up and saw the Egyptians marching after them, and they were terrified. They cried out to the Lord and said to Moses, "Was it because there were no graves in Egypt that you brought us to die in the wilderness? It would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die here." But Moses answered, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptians you see today you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." Then the Lord said to Moses, "Why are you crying out to me? Tell the Israelites to move forward. Raise your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea to divide the water, so that the Israelites can go through on dry ground." The angel of God who had been leading them moved behind them, and the pillar of cloud stood between the camp of Egypt and the camp of Israel. Darkness fell over one side and light over the other, so that neither could come near all night long. Then Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and all that night the Lord drove the sea back with a strong east wind and turned it into dry land. The waters were divided, and the Israelites went through the sea on dry ground, with walls of water on their right and on their left. The Egyptians pursued them. All Pharaoh's horses, chariots, and horsemen followed into the sea. During the last watch of the night, the Lord looked down from the pillar of fire and cloud at the Egyptian army and threw them into confusion. Their chariot wheels jammed, and they said, "Let's flee from the Israelites. The Lord is fighting for them." Then the Lord said to Moses, "Stretch out your hand over the sea so that the waters may flow back over the Egyptians." Moses did, and at daybreak the sea returned to its place. The waters covered the chariots and horsemen, the entire army of Pharaoh that had followed the Israelites into the sea. Not one of them survived. But the Israelites went through the sea on dry ground, and when they saw the mighty hand of the Lord displayed against the Egyptians, the people feared the Lord and put their trust in him and in Moses his servant. Exodus 14 is the great deliverance, the moment when slavery ended and a nation was born. The Red Sea crossing is not just history, it is prophecy. Just as Israel passed from death to life through the water, so every believer passes from bondage to freedom through the power of God's salvation. The Lord fights for his people. The path that looked impossible became the very way of deliverance. Next comes Exodus 15, the Song of Victory, where Moses and Israel lift their voices to praise the Lord who triumphed gloriously, casting Pharaoh's chariots and horsemen into the sea.